We're here with another special edition podcast of YXE Votes 2020. I'm your host, Randy Shavilo. We are one-on-one today with Zubair Sheikh, mayoralty candidate for the election coming up November 9th here in Saskatoon. Zubair, thanks for stopping the campaign just to take a few minutes and get your point across today with us.
Thank you very much, Randy and Eric, giving me such a good opportunity for on YXE Vote 2020. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's start with something that affects everyone, whether it's business or residential. We have everyone paying property tax, and that always comes to the front of mind. You know, that I get value for my money that I paid as a residential or a business taxpayer. What can you share about your vision for property taxes in Saskatoon?
Thank you very much for asking this question. Before this, Randy, I just want to give a little introduction for myself. My name is Zubair Sheikh, and I am a professional civil engineer, and I have my own business named Active Engineers, Consultant, and Contractors. And as I build, I help a lot of builders and developers in the town, and so many homeowners are having a huge concern about these property taxes. A homeowner plus the commercial building owners also having this huge concern, every time the city is just grinding them and taking their money and spending unwisely on so many projects which are not beneficial for maximum number of the resident of Saskatoon. So I think somebody should stop on this one, and that's why I just put forward myself in this mayoral race because I want to deal with those kind of issues and introduce new revenue generation projects for the city if I'm elected as a mayor.
So when we look at the property tax discussion, do you feel that the rates are maybe too much for what we're getting in return, or could there be more efficiencies? What is your vision for the property tax rate?
Randy, you are 100%. Randy, you're 100% right. In return of this extreme hike in the property taxes, in return, our services are not up to that standard. Where the snow cleaning and lawn mowing and the boulevard maintenance and infrastructure maintenance, potholes everywhere, and so many other things. I can dig out those things once we will keep going. The unfinished list can be put on for the services which has to be given against this much of property taxes. The city is always thinking of spending money on their luxurious projects with the property tax collection, which is not right. City should not do that. They should be looking for the private public investment, and they should be giving incentives to the private investors and lucrative offers so that they will come forward and establish those big mega projects.
Interesting concept and refreshing to hear that from you. Let's take that one step further then and look at the projects that are on the books or being discussed by the current council. We have the downtown library and the downtown arena and convention center. There has been talk about the bus rapid transit, the BRT. Some say 90 to 120 million and maybe more. What about those larger projects? Are they necessary? Should they be going ahead and being planned for? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, Randy, this is very uh, crucial time. We have to think I mean, this pandemic and COVID-19 had hit the economy very badly all over the world. But luckily, Saskatchewan and Saskatoon and these areas are not so badly affected, and our recovery is 87% as per the provincial government figures released. So I will say that public library is unnecessary. That should not be having $134 billion spent on that one. Because everybody has a library in their cell phone, in their desktop, in their laptop, and there are so many other ways they can. I'm not against libraries. They can put libraries, I mean, they can invest some money, 10, 20, $30 million in different libraries to upgrade them, order new books, and go from there. And secondly, you have asked for the downtown arena because our downtown does not have that much space where we can have this arena, or the parking problem will be a huge problem. If we have to demolish millions of dollars property to reconstruct another arena and spend another millions and billions of dollars with the help of course, provincial and federal government, I'm not in favor of that. The arenas, what we have now, we have to improve the transit system. We have to make more efficient that the people can reach out to that arena and come out from that arena quickly by improving that BRT. And I'm in favor of the BRT for any city economical growth. The transportation means the communication ways has to be rapid and secure.
You just touched on the point of having the federal and provincial levels of government perhaps helping contribute as well as the private sector. How would you see your role as mayor in trying to secure more funding from the province or the federal government?
Very interesting, because once you are the mayor, you are having no affiliation with any party. You have to be very, very polite and diplomatic, and having a very good relation with those two governments, like with the provincial government and with the federal government. As much as you will approach them to get the funds for your different projects. Of course, those projects has to be viable and feasible. I mean, the mayor can play a very vital role to bring the investment from these two governments, and plus he can bring the investment of the public sector, private public sector. I have, in my opinion, that we are in the middle of Canada, and so we have to connect Saskatoon at least internationally with Europe. In my opinion, for doing this, either the mayor can play a very vital role. He can approach the different authorities so that we can start this route and bring direct investment to Saskatoon and Saskatchewan, because Saskatchewan is so mineral rich and they have natural resources. And then once the investors will come and establish their head offices in our city of Saskatoon, of course, they will spend money in our businesses in Saskatoon. And once the money will be spent and the things will be done in the city of Saskatoon, everybody will be happy and the city will get more revenue generated from those businesses.
When we look at Saskatoon's overall budget, one sizable component is the police budget. So there has been talk about whether or not there should be expanded police funding or not. What can you say with your vision for crime and safety with the downtown Riversdale areas, and the Dubé Lighthouse has come up in several discussions. As mayor, what would you do to address those?
For any other bigger cities and greater cities of Canada, I want my city, Saskatoon, should have a very low rate of criminalities, and the crime rate should be low over here. Otherwise, as you know, that we are one of the highest in crime rate. So I'm in the favor of not having any compromise on the police budget, but at the same time, we should have a check and balance on the police budget. We should, uh, for any society to keep them safe and sound from the criminal people, the policing is very, very necessary. And of course, you know that our downtown lighthouse and the Riverdale area needs to be cleaned up. And I have a stand, the people who've been in this city authorities since last 17, 13, 20, 15 years, they haven't done anything. Maybe I'm not a good talker, but I'm a practical man, you know. I can assure you that we have to take this lighthouse to a safer location, which will be safe for the people who wants to stay in the lighthouse, and it will be safe for the businessmen in the downtown and the people who want to move around fearlessly in the downtown.
When we have the election November 9th, and should you be voted in as the mayor of Saskatoon, what would you say your overall vision would be for the next 4 years?
For the next 4 years, I'm having no tax increase, 0% tax increase, and we will be just doing fiscal management, and there will be no compromise on the police budget. And plus, very important, there should be a year-round tourism in Saskatoon. I mean, our people they just go out for tourism in other cities like Calgary, Edmonton, and other Vancouver or other places. So our money has been spent in their businesses, whereas I want that people earn in Saskatoon, buy locally, shop locally, and spend in local businesses. To have that, we should be having some kind of amusement park, like a theme park of West Edmonton Mall. So, and people from the surrounding and around the Saskatoon area, 50, 60,000 people, they look forward for their needs to fulfill from Saskatoon, the medicine, the clothing, their vehicles buying, those kind of, you know, so many things. So they will come and spend their money in Saskatoon, and Saskatoon people will be happy. Plus, I want uh, something to do for the youth. Youth is very important. They are 37% of the electoral of Saskatoon. Sometimes they become under the mental stress when the exam time come, and when they are economically stressed and they are compressed. So I want to get some kind of a office where they can get a guidance so that they will not go fall for the drug addiction or the mental health issues. So I want to have the youth, which is our future, to be in a safe and secure. And what was the next thing which I told you already? I have the vision. I should connect Saskatoon directly with Europe, which will open up the new avenues for the investors, for the head offices of the companies, and then the Southeast Asian people can come. Once the population will grow and the economy will be established, the more immigrant and the more migration of the people from the inside the country and from the outside of the world will be done in the city.
Election is November 9th, 2020. Zubair Sheikh, mayoral candidate. Zubair, thank you for taking time and sharing your wisdom with us today. Best of luck to you, and thank you for putting your name on the ballot.
Thank you very much once again, Randy and Eric. I'm so thankful to you, and I will request to the people, please come out and vote for me on November 9, and even you can vote on the advance voting days. Those are 30th of October to 5th of November. And even you can go for the postal ballot. You can ask and request them to send you the postal ballot and vote for me. This is the time that we can change Saskatoon together. Please, please, please come forward and help me to change the Saskatoon and make it one of the greater city of Canada.
Thank you, Zubair.
You're welcome, sir.